Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into something that's holding so many of us back without even realizing it, the habits that keep us stuck in the middle class. I've witnessed firsthand the subtle things that people do, or don't do, that keep them from breaking free financially. Trust me, I've been there too. But here's the thing, the longer you let these habits slide, the more you stay trapped in a cycle. Today, we're gonna break that cycle. Let's uncover 7 behaviors that may be holding you back, and, more importantly, how to break free from them. 1. Not asking for what you deserve. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're working way harder than what your paycheck reflects? You're not alone. This is one of the biggest traps people fall into, especially if you're a bit shy or hesitant when it comes to talking about money. So many times, we settle for less because we're afraid of asking for more. You start a job, you're happy with the $50,000 salary, and you think, I'll get a raise when I deserve it. Fast forward a couple of years, you finally get that raise. But wait, it's a measly 3%, barely keeping up with inflation. Meanwhile, your workload has doubled, maybe even tripled. Sound familiar? It's crazy to think how often people stay in this situation just because they're afraid of having that conversation about money. Companies thrive on this. They're banking on the fact that you won't ask for more because that means they can pay you less. Think about it. If an employee brings in $1.9 million in revenue but only costs the company $52,000 a year, why would they voluntarily increase your salary? So here's my challenge to you. Be bold. Ask for what you're worth. And while we're at it, if you find value in what we're talking about today, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself, whether it's asking for a raise or subscribing to a channel that adds value to your life. 2. The instant gratification trap. Alright, let's talk about something that's been studied for decades, instant versus delayed gratification. You've probably heard of the famous marshmallow experiment. It's a simple concept, but it speaks volumes. Kids were given the option to eat 1 marshmallow now, or wait 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows. Some kids couldn't resist, ate the marshmallow, and missed out on the bigger reward. Others held off and doubled their treat. What does this have to do with finances? A lot, actually. Many of us are constantly tempted to spend that extra bit of cash on something flashy, a designer bag, the latest gadget, because we want to reward ourselves for hard work. But those who can wait, those who resist the temptation, are the ones who ultimately get ahead financially. Take my old colleague, for example. Every year, like clockwork, they'd blow their entire Christmas bonus on the latest designer accessory. A year later, rinse and repeat. What if, instead, they saved or invested part of that bonus? They'd be miles ahead by now, financially speaking. This is the essence of delayed gratification. Small sacrifices today can lead to big rewards down the road. So next time you feel like splurging, think about where you want to be in the next 5 years. Is that impulse purchase really worth it? 3. The danger of relying on a single income. If you're only making money from one source, you're essentially putting all your eggs in one basket. According to the IRS, the average millionaire has multiple income streams. Why? Because having just one income source is risky. Imagine losing your job unexpectedly. If you don't have savings or an additional stream of income, things can spiral out of control quickly. The solution? Diversify. Whether it's starting a side hustle, investing in the stock market, or renting out a property, having multiple income streams doesn't just bring in more money, it gives you peace of mind. So, start brainstorming ways you can add extra streams of revenue to your life. You'll thank yourself later when those rainy days come. 4. Not knowing where your money is going. This might sound basic, but you'd be surprised how many people have no clue where their money is going every month. Tracking your spending is one of the simplest yet most effective habits you can adopt to start taking control of your finances. Once you know how much you're spending, you can make better decisions about where to cut back and where to invest. It doesn't matter if you use an app, a notebook, or even a spreadsheet. The point is to start somewhere. Every month, take 10 minutes to look at your expenses. Where's your money really going? And more importantly, how can you use that knowledge to make better financial decisions in the future? 5. Living off debt. It's tempting to buy things on credit, especially when it's so easy to swipe that card. But here's the hard truth. Credit card debt is at an all-time high, and it's keeping so many people trapped. Once you start carrying a balance, it becomes harder and harder to climb out of that hole. If you're using debt to maintain a lifestyle you can't really afford, it's time to reassess. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life, but if you're constantly using credit to keep up appearances, it's time to change your strategy. Focus on paying down that debt as quickly as possible, because every dollar spent on interest is a dollar you could have invested. 6. Overindulgence in alcohol. This one might surprise you, but overindulgence in alcohol can slow down your progress in ways you might not expect. Drinking too much, too often, doesn't just affect your health, it affects your productivity. A midweek hangover can make you sluggish, less focused, and less productive at work. Multiply that by 52 weeks, and you're losing a lot of time and potential income. Plus, drinking isn't cheap. Regular nights out can add up fast, putting a serious dent in your budget. If you want to get ahead, it's worth considering cutting back, not just for your health, but for your wallet too. 7. Failing to plan for retirement. Finally, the one habit that keeps so many people stuck, not saving for the future. It's easy to get caught up in the here and now, but if you're not investing for retirement, you're setting yourself up for a tough financial road later on. The average retirement account balance is shockingly low, and it's not enough to live comfortably. Start now. Even if it's just a small percentage of your income, putting money into retirement accounts like a 401k or an IRA can make a massive difference down the line. Compound interest is your friend, but only if you start early. So, there you have it. 7 habits that can keep you stuck, and, more importantly, how to break free from them. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Which habit do you think is holding you back the most? Thanks for sticking around until the end, and I'll see you in the next video.